why is the international organization so hung up about the Global Council exercising a supervisory role? That's really the question.
Okay. I think, yeah, that's a good question, actually. Just like before, when I said, when we talk about Global Council, it should always be with a picture of a terms of reference. That is, the terms of reference is the Global Council. Global Council is not what someone says, it's the terms of reference. Similarly, when we talk about zonal chairs and national council presidents and so on, and people say the majority of the Executive Council one consists of zonal chairs, and if you add them up, that's a big number. You have to know, these are not appointees that have been made or were made or will be made by the SSIO. The term, the name, the title, zonal chair is still the same, but I'm sorry to say, Brother Manoj and Brother Ashok, you could be gone and they could appoint anyone. In fact, that's one of the clauses in it which says that and this is not misleading to say, but the Central Trust would appoint anyone they want, even a non-devotee, to any position at any time. That is in their terms of reference, and terms of reference equals Global Council. Now, why do I say Central Trust? While in words you can think, oh, the Central Trust is not Global Council, but you know what? The chairman of the Global Council is a trustee, as you said, who reports to the managing trustee. The definition of managing trustee is that they report to him. So, if the chairman of one organization reports to the head of another organization, who is the controlling organization? So, all the appointments in the executive committee that we think are traditionally SSIO, they'll still have the same titles. It'll be Chairman Zone 5, Chairman Zone 4, etc. But it's not the same people. So it's like someone coming into your house, taking over your house, and then they appoint their prime minister, there's a mother and a father, but hey, it's not your mother and father. It's somebody else who's appointed these people as mother and father. So that is why the supervisory role will inevitably exist. And just as this, actually, it's a very good point that was made by the Central Trust, that we should think ahead of the future. It's beyond the people who are there right now, and that's a good point. But we should do that on both sides. And beyond the people that are there in Central Trust now, what happens? That person who comes in now or later can appoint anyone, even a non-devotee, at any time, in any position, who essentially then controls the Global Council. So in certain countries, for example, you can have voting. There can be a Politburo and there can be voting, but is that really voting? We can't say, hey, I'm giving you a chance to vote, you're all voting. Candidates can be propped up to vote. Agendas can be manipulated. So the way these things work is to actually look under the hood. And there are people who have mentioned this a lot. In fact, that is one of the reasons the United Nations Security Council has unanimity in their voting, which gives everybody a veto power. Why? They can go with majority rule. So there is a reason. In fact, there are 2 Nobel Prizes that were given out, Kenneth Arrow and Amartya Sen, who showed how voting mechanisms can alter outcomes. And I can change what the outcomes are based on the voting mechanism and the agenda I present to the committee. So all this, there's a lot under the hood. There's a lot under the hood. And all I'm saying is that we need to discuss this. We can't just walk away. We can't just say, that's it, I'm taking my toys and walking away. No, let's talk. We met so that we could talk. We reached out to them so that we can have a conversation. A conversation is two-way. So the short answer for your question, supervisory role will come about, and it is there. The constitution of this organization called the Global Council is one where the chairman is reporting to the central trust, and furthermore, the appointments are all made, other than the few select appointments that Swami has made. The rest will all be by the central trust or the global council. And that's where the supervisory role comes in.
Yeah, so I guess what you're saying is that by controlling the appointments, they control how the executive committee works.
Correct.